This is Dr. Huizinga, and I'm continuing my video series on your spouse is not your enemy. And this is for both the person who wants more out of the relationship and is pursuing, and also for the person who seems to be distancing or pulling away. And it's helpful for the pulling away or distancing spouse to understand his or her motives here for that particular behavior. And as the pursuing spouse understands that behavior as well, the marriage begins to feel more like it's a safe place for both of you, and that is very vital in terms of creating the kind of marriage that you want. So it's helpful, first of all, here in key number 3 here, for the distancing spouse specifically, to understand that there is love beyond always meeting his or her personal needs. You are led to believe, are you not, that one of the primary purposes of marriage or a relationship of significant emotional involvement is to meet personal needs. Once married or in a significant relationship, your partner will meet your personal needs, give you the attention and love you crave and desire. You will live happily ever after. You will be emotionally complete. And as you scan the media, as you encounter others at work or in other contexts, and if you look a little bit below the surface, you notice that getting personal needs met is a huge priority in our culture. The need for attention, the need for power, the need for success, the need for recognition, the need for control, the need for belonging, the need for adoration, the need for acknowledgement, and the need for love are just a few that propel us day and night. In reality, I have a list of over 200 personal needs that fuel the fire of a person's life. But there's one huge problem here. Need meeting is like trying to drain the ocean. It never ends. There is never enough. Here's another problem. You're never able to get beyond yourself. Think about it. Need meeting is self-oriented. What can I do to get my needs met? Need meeting is fear-oriented. What if it doesn't happen? What if it's not enough or the right kind? Another problem, little room is left for other important aspects of life. What makes you unique? What do you contribute? What standards do you hold? What do you want to orient your life around that gives a deep sense of satisfaction and is not dependent on the whims of another? My little diversion here is important so you understand the power and ultimate futility of the personal need meeting process. A tremendous amount of frustration and resentment builds in your marriage when you believe you must squelch yourself and spend inordinate time and energy going that extra mile to meet the personal needs of your spouse. Resentment emerges as you begin to expect reciprocity. Okay, I'll meet your needs now. When are you going to do the same for me? An internal scorecard emerges and the game playing begins. Intimacy, knowing and being known, flies out the marital window. You feel the frustration because from your point of view, you have attempted to meet his or her needs, and yet he or she says, not enough. Nope, that wasn't quite right. I need more. Do it again. Or you may assume that you know what your spouse needs. Even if you are intentional about meeting his or her needs, that need meeting may arise out of what you think he or she needs. And often what you think he or she needs is a projection of what you need or think you desire. So you become two ships passing in the night. You begin to feel hopeless because a part of you knows deep within you that his or her personal needs have no end. You will never fully meet his or her needs. And so you throw up your hands and you distance. Over the years in my clinical practice, I've run into two common perpetual need meeting situations. First, there's daddy's little girl who growing up was the apple of her daddy's eye, carried that pattern forward and expects that men should meet all her needs and treat her as a princess, all without her asking. And she has a strong personal need for attention, especially from men. The counterpart is mommy's boy, who was overindulged and usually emotionally denied and spoiled by mom. Mom thought he could do no wrong, and he carried that pattern forward and expects the world, specifically women, should wait on him. Never should a need go unmet. And he has strong personal needs for appreciation and adoration. Those are just examples. And so you ask, should I ignore his or her needs? No, of course not. Meeting the personal needs of your spouse may bring a sense of relief, but however, that relief is only temporary. And your distancing may mean that you're mired in the frustration and sense of inadequacy in ever getting this need-meeting process complete. For now, I want you to understand that the frustration and the resultant distance you create is normal and typical, especially for the yellow marriage, which has its core in the pursuing distancing cycle. And on page 98 in my ebook, I talk about this fully, the pursuing distancing cycle in the yellow marriage. This cycle is usually wrapped around the pursuer attempting to get his or her personal needs met, and the distancer backing away out of a deep sense of frustration and resentment, believing that the ocean will never be drained. To learn more, enter your email address below and you will receive a full copy of Your Spouse is Not Your Enemy, 10 Keys to Feeling Safe in Your Marriage. You will find all of the 10 keys in there. Feel free to enter your email address and click the link in the confirmation email that you will get soon, and hope to work with you on this. This is Dr. Huizenga.